Hello everyone, my name is Brett, and today I wanted to talk about this very cool vintage building block set that I found at the thrift store recently. My father's the one that found it in the toys section, so shout out to you, Dad. He is the man. I cannot believe he found this, because this set here is not only old and pretty rare, but it has a lot of meaning and significance. So I did a ton of Googling online to try and find out information on this company called Mini Bricks. First off, they released a bunch of different series sets. It was called Zero Two, I believe 7, and we have Series 1 here. So that's kind of interesting how they released those. As well as online, it told me that the company was founded in 1935. It ran until 1976. So quite a few years it lasted. And this company based all of its building blocks as rubber. They weren't plastic. So that's very interesting. I did some Google searching with Lego as a company as well because I was pretty certain that this set, it was like a competitor. This company was a competitor to Lego, and I think they were because Lego was founded in 1932. They named the company itself Lego in 1934, 2 years after the original founder of it made the company. So they also didn't make plastic brick sets until roughly, I believe, 1949. So there was a lot of years where Lego was actually making just wooden toys. So Mini Bricks, while they were making these interesting rubber sets that were predominantly building sets, kind of like houses or like this one that I think is like a school maybe, or maybe even a church. But yeah, so this company had kind of a head start on Lego. So I'm almost wondering maybe this set had a lot of influence towards how Lego made their bricks and what they wanted them to become. Who knows? I'm not quite sure about that, but this is very, very old. I can't believe it. It's very interesting too to hear and read about the history, as well as there's a tag up here that I want to talk about. So let's actually just open it up, get it out of the packaging, and we can actually take a look at some of the pieces and everything as well. I'll flip it back over. Not sure if I already mentioned or not, but we only paid $3.25 for this, which is crazy. I mean, it's a very, very cheap price. I don't know how they actually got it in the bag without... It's like a perfect fit. Oh yeah, there you go. Slide it out. So it is missing a few pieces, which is not really the end of the world, of course, with how old it is. I'm just actually happy that it has some instructions here, as well as the box. So I'm hoping the instructions are complete. We'll take a deeper dive into that after. But what we'll do is we'll pour the blocks out, and it is so weird. They are rubber, not plastic. So I'm so used to these are some kind of cool roof pieces. So used to plastic, to see rubber is kind of odd. I've really wanted to touch these and just see. I heard as well, apparently, with these blocks, the best way to use them was they suggested, I think, dabbing like water on the joints, and then when you connect them, they have a better connection. They hold better together. And then I also read someone wrote a comment that apparently kids would just lick these and then stick them together. So I was kind of grossed out and also astounded at the same time. I'm like, that is a very cool solution to a silly problem, you know? Like instead of having a little cup of, or bowl of water and just dipping it, you just lick it. So who knows? Maybe these blocks have a bunch of saliva on them, which is also kind of gross. But I just thought I would mention that. What are these? Huh, I'm not sure what that is, but let's take a look at this box here because there's one more piece of information that I wanted to talk about that might blow your guys' minds. It blew my mind, and my father is also astounded as well. So this is a shipping label here. It says RD Fleck & Co. Ltd. So it's a distribution company. So they distributed these in Oshawa, Ontario. Now the craziest thing about this, I didn't see this label until about last night or so when I was doing a bunch of research on Google, because I actually found Oshawa's museum seems to have a bunch of these sets that were recently donated and they're on display. So there's a bunch of history for Oshawa. And so what I'm getting at, the big link between all of this, I was born and raised in Oshawa, Ontario. And so when I read 184 Bond Street West, I'm like, I know exactly where that is. Like that's close to the downtown and it's just north of the Midtown Mall. So if you're anyone that's from the Schwa or know of the Schwa, and that's the short form of the city name, the Oshawa. I can't believe it. I'm like, my mind's blown. Like, I was born and raised here. You know, my father and my mother lived here for just over 25 years, maybe close to 30. Like, we've spent a lot of time in Oshawa. Okay, this is crazy. So I also live in Alberta now, which is 2 provinces west of Ontario. So, sorry, 3 provinces. That was horrible of me to say that. 3 provinces west of Ontario. And, you know, it's kind of crazy that it ended up, I found this in Calgary, of all places. So the big city, I guess that's kind of like where you might find it. But yeah, this is crazy right here. I cannot believe the history of this, that most of the sets, I believe, were all distributed in my hometown. So this was before my time, of course, so I never would have seen the factories, but there's a good chance my father may or may not have seen the factories. I mean, he was in that area at that time. Crazy. Crazy. I mean, these did stop manufacturing in 76, so I don't know. Maybe there was a chance that he didn't see it, but yeah, crazy history. I believe on the bottom here, this box as well has a little bit more information. You got Oshawa, Ontario. It's so cool. They had a sales office in Adelaide Street West, Toronto. So cool. We do have a checklist of pieces for this set, which is really cool. We got roof 1, roof 2. So we are missing a bunch of bricks, right? We're missing, I think, the house door, the windows. We got a bunch of these square blocks, right? Yeah, so maybe even missing a couple of the house pieces. So this is kind of interesting. I don't know what I want to do with this exactly. I don't know how you would even display this, considering it's not really complete. But yeah, this is just a really cool set with some very awesome history on it. Let's take a quick look at the manual. See if I can get the box set moved there. It is kind of falling apart, but this is cool. This is really cool. So note, in order to simplify the diagrams, the small holes for doors and windows are omitted. Okay, cheating the system there. I like that. I mean, look at the information they've got here. Model 1 out of 1 on the right is a summer house, and the parts you need there all numbered. Like, wow, this is crazy. Oh, contents of mini bricks. Huh. So checklist, I'm assuming, right? I love the visuals. Like color paper like this. When I tried Googling this specific set, this series 1 on the release year, I could not find a release year. But because I found out the company, was founded in 1935, I'm assuming because there was only one series, the series 0 was right before this one. It should have been maybe around 1940, I'm thinking. This is definitely an old set. So the fact that we even have these papers that are like here for the most part is crazy. I mean, look at these builds. These are some like really cool looking homes, and of course they only had a handful of colors, which is kind of crazy, right? Wow, mini bricks and constructional details. Too bad we don't have a couple of like the doors and stuff. The windows look pretty cool as well. I think those would have been some awesome pieces to have. We got a bunch of those slope brick pieces. So cool. So cool. I mean, wow. This is very awesome. I'm definitely now, when I have the opportunity and chance to go home to Oshawa, I'm definitely going to stop at the museum and check out these sets to see what they look like. I'm assuming that they're all in better condition and like complete, so maybe they're actually built on display. So maybe I can see maybe this set. Wouldn't that be crazy? It says that they got donated 3 sets, so I believe there's 8 sets in total, different series. So they don't have a complete set of everything, but nonetheless, I mean, wow. So awesome. So cool. So yeah, guys, I mean, let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think about this? Is this awesome? Is this cool? I mean, again, I think this was a pretty big competitor, maybe back in the day for Lego at one time or another. I mean, Lego was also manufactured in Europe as well. So, I mean, these had to have crossed paths at some point. I have to figure. But yeah, so awesome. Gotta love the history, eh? It's really cool. I just so many different things going on, right? Between the old company itself, the shipping label being from where I'm from, the age of it all, the fact that this might have been a competitor to Lego. I mean, it's patented too, which is so cool. I mean, yeah, wow, just incredible, absolutely incredible. One thing I didn't even notice until now when I was just about to put everything away, looking at these little roof tile pieces, the stamping on the rubber there, Mini Bricks, patented, registered, and made in England. I mean, wow, that's just so cool. Very nice. And then the big one here as well has a stamp too. I mean, these things are so old and rubber is holding up pretty good. Like I didn't know rubber would really last this long and this well. Like it doesn't really discolor too much. It's not like the shape is held decently, honestly, for what it is. Like insanity. Go figure that rubber was like a pretty okay, decent choice for back in the day, right? We'll see how our plastics hold up after like 60 years. Will they hold up the same as this rubber? I don't know. I don't know if it will or not. Hard to say, but you know, very awesome. That is going to be the end of today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed as much as I enjoyed opening this up. This is crazy. This is insanity. Like I cannot believe this, and I want to try and do this thing justice in some way or form. Just like a simple maybe like display on a shelf or something. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. What would you guys do with something that is like sentimental in a way? This is very sentimental to me because of my hometown and the information that it holds. It's so awesome, so cool. But yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you all in another video very soon. Peace out, y'all.